Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to day 5 of the 31 Days of Horror, and D-Bougie86 back up in this. That is right, peeps. I am back, and I have a very interesting movie for you guys today. This is a film that I actually never heard about before, and I have some thoughts on it. I do have some thoughts on this movie. Yeah, it's a film from, I want to say 1981 or 1980. It had 2 different dates from some research from it. It says 1981 on the back, but I'll put whatever the IMDb date says on the video anyway, so you'll know exactly what date it is. But this is one that was released by Severin Films, and that is A Day of Judgment. I have never heard of this movie before when I picked it up. It was just that fucking cover alone. You're like, guy holding a scythe. What the fuck am I in for? Yeah, I'll tell you what I was in for. Pretty much the setup of this movie, it's about this small town and a few individuals in this town, and these people that you meet in this town are all fucking assholes. You follow this bank broker dude who's trying to evict people out of their houses. You meet this evil old lady who beats the shit out of kids and bullies kids in the movie. You have this adulterous couple who are the wife is cheating on her older husband, who's kind of he's the guy who runs a kind of like a super store, or it's kind of like a fabric store or some it has lingerie and even has fucking stick candy. What the fuck kind of fabric clothes store has that shit? It's kind of like a department store type deal that this guy owns, and the guy that she's cheating on is actually the main co-worker. It's kind of like the second in command pretty much of this place. So there's an adulterous couple going on during this. Then you have this guy who wife left him for this dude that he used to work for, and he fired that dude, and he's trying to get back at that dude. And pretty much, that's kind of what you get with this movie. It's kind of a setup of the meeting. Oh, I forgot to mention the greatest character ever. This gas attendant dude that works for his parents, who are these 2 elderly couple, and he's fucking selfish as all fuck. He's like, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to go live in Broadway. And he makes up this scheme to try to get his parents into an insane asylum, pretty much. That's this general setup of what's going on in the town. There's a lot of fucking shitty people going down. But all these people that we meet, especially the majority of the main people that are shitty that I just mentioned in this movie, one night, Death comes to collect. What I mean is, a mysterious, shadowy figure carrying a scythe is going around stalking these people and exacting judgment on them. Yeah, that's where I'm pretty much going to leave off with this film, because this movie's a lot of build-up. It's a very slow build-up movie, because we don't really get much horror aspects of it till the majority of the third act. We get maybe one sprinkled of them, a few of them sprinkled in, but it's not throughout the movie the horror aspects of this film. I was figuring it, because they even say it's a slasher movie. I wouldn't even consider this really a slasher to extent. And I'm not going to spoil because of the ending, pretty much. The final reveal of what's going on with this movie. It's kind of not really a slasher movie. It has aspects of it, but not even when we get to the final reveal of what's actually going on in this movie. It's not. And I can see a lot of people not liking the final reveal of this film. For that reason, because I know I hear a lot of people fucking complain about this kind of reveal in other fucking movies. I'm not one of those people. I kind of saw this as kind of like a Twilight Zone-y film in a sense, with that aspect. does take a while to get going, though. It's a very slow build-up movie, and you have to really, because you're following shitty characters around in this film for the majority of the hour and 36-minute running time. So you're like, should I really be on this journey right now? I want to see these people fucking die, and especially when after that reveal happens, I could see a lot of people be like, what the fuck? But, it kind of ends kind of similarly to another film that actually came out in the 2016s, not 2017 or 18, I think. Maybe 2018. It was a Christmas sort of movie. That's all I'll kind of give away. The ending of this kind of reminded me of that film in a way. Different aspects. I could actually see a remake of this go down today. I could see a company. It kind of reminded me of an A24 film in a way, because there's a lot of like build up in those films, and there's not real. Like the horror aspects are there in those movies, 100%. But this one builds on relationships in a certain way where, it's very different than your usual type of horror film. It's kind of like an early example of what A24 would have did today, in that sense. So A24 remake A Day of Judgment, I would watch the shit out of that, especially with like a Robert Eggers or a Ari Aster fucking directing this fucking movie. Whoa, imagine that shit. And I know a lot of people, those movies are divisive in their own right. I know. I had discussions. Yeah. I think this one could be remade. It would be a very interesting modern remake, because it's a very interesting. I also forgot to mention it's a period piece too. It takes place in like 1920. This film, so, and for what I noticed, it kind of looked authenticated in that sense too. It had like a old school outfits and old school cars and shit, and horse and carriages still. It was kind of cool in that aspect too with this film. My hand was falling asleep there during this review. Cool movie. I kind of dug it for what it was. Is it the best film that I ever seen? Probably not. But do I think people should give it a chance? Maybe. If you hear anything that makes it sound interesting to you, I say check it out. I'm not gonna be like, don't watch this fucking movie because it has a long build up and shit like that. Because a lot of movies take you on a journey in that sense. The journey's either gonna work for you or not. Severin's pretty good with these. It actually has a great interview with Stephen Frower too that talks about the movie, which I do recommend. I can listen to Stephen Frower talk about like the shittiest movies of all time. So that's cool in that sense. But Day of Judgment. I say check it out. It was different from what I was expecting, but a good different. Alright guys, that's it for today. I'll be back tomorrow with another one for you guys. Not sure what I'm going to review yet, but I'll pick something out, so I'll see you then. Bye-bye.